Welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Oh, like and subscribe. It makes Grandpa happy, happy, happy. Okay, it is story time. True story time. The time when you get to hear the true story. True, true story by Grandpa Sees the Blinking. It was in the early spring of Grandpa's world. We had already gotten at least 15 feet of snow through the winter months. And Grandpa was up early, as it was Sunday, the day the Lord rested from his labor, the seventh day. Luckily, we had only got about 4 inches of new snow overnight, and Grandpa was getting his exercise cleaning the driveway. It was a still, bright, sunny day, and Grandpa seen his first robin warming herself in the sunlight. Grandma was up now and very pleased when she seen that Grandpa had done something. Grandma says, "I think you are getting muscles from shoveling." And she was touching me to see how strong I was. To say Grandma is a nut would be an understatement. But Grandpa did his best to avoid her, and she soon got busy getting ready for Sunday school and morning services. We had a great time at Sunday services, and it was fun to visit with others who enjoyed learning more about God's holy word. Pastor and Gift from God girl stopped by after the morning service and, as usual, dropped off 4 of our grandchildren for the afternoon. Grandma soon got them all busy with fun activities. Grandma had been game leader for the children at church for well over 30 years, and she still tells Grandpa stories about different little ones, and it is fun to see how they all turned into young adults. Every once in a while, Grandma will say, "Do you think they remember me?" And I tell her, yes. So, anyway, Grandpa was sitting in his favorite chair and was doing what Grandpa does best, thinking. Grandpa was thinking about taking a nap, but Grandpa was troubled. Grandpa knows that all good things are from the Lord, and that it says in God's holy word that if we ask, we will receive. Grandpa had first stumbled onto the blinking several months prior, and truthfully, Grandpa would have most likely just forgotten the blinking. However, each time Grandpa would manage to find the blinking far from the actual price point in Tesla, within a minute it would move Grandpa off to blinking. This upset Grandpa to no end. Why was this blinking being hidden from Grandpa after spending hours just to find it, just to see it for only a minute? I had been praying that the Lord would let me see the blinking clearly and understand what it meant for weeks. And then it happened. There was no lightning or thunder, not even a tornado, just an idea. Take action. Yes, the Lord wanted Grandpa to take action. Grandma's been wanting Grandpa to take action for years. But that's a different story. I'll tell that story another time. What kind of action could Grandpa take on a Sunday afternoon? Back to the idea. Call for help. A 15-year veteran broker. Maybe he would answer my call. Of course he did. I was really impressed with this young man. I'm just guessing, but he was probably 45 to 50 years old, and his knowledge and willingness to help didn't seem normal. As I told him about the blinking, he immediately knew what I was talking about. And within minutes, he had explained how to see the blinking within minutes instead of hours. Grandpa could not believe how helpful this young man was. It was almost like he was expecting my call. I asked him if anyone else had ever asked him about the blinking, and he said no. He then went on to explain that the blinking that Grandpa was seeing far from the actual price point was the market makers buying or selling, shorting Tesla stock, and how each number, say 1, was really 100 shares being bought and sold by the market makers, and that each time it blinked it was another sale. Grandpa asked, how can they possibly be able to do this? And he explained how the market makers have multiple exchanges that have the ability to buy and sell stock far from the actual price point. He explained how the market makers provide the liquidity needed for the markets to function properly. He explained how once it blinks, they own that position, and how the price point would have to eventually move to where they bought or sold, and that if it didn't go there, they would have a loss or have to eat it, so to speak. He explained how once the price point went through their position, that they would then be matched up or filled and would either have a long or short position. I have called this young broker many times since that Sunday, but Verizon says there is no such number. Could it be possible that Grandpa was napping? Or could it be answered prayer? Grandpa believes that it was answered prayer. Always remember, all good things are from the Lord. It is now late fall in Grandpa's world, and Grandpa will continue to share the blinking. Take advantage of it. Be patient. Don't panic. God loves us. I don't know why, but he does. And on a brighter point here, well, not brighter, but it's true. No one should have as much fun as Grandpa. P.S. Tesla is going to go right past the moon because he's headed for Mars.